So the topic for today's session is time and work. So if I talk about the importance of this topic, so this topic is very, very important with respect to the any aptitude based examination. Right, any aptitude based examination, uh, right, any level of examination, graduation, post graduation, whatever, right, the level is up to the 10th standard, right, for this particular topic. So whatever you have studied in your 10th standard, so the concepts are there, but yes, now the important thing is application of this concept, right? I have to understand how to apply these concepts. Okay, so we have to understand the logic behind the application concept, right? And why I'm saying this is important, because whatever you're doing from morning till evening, right, everything is related to time and work. Your office work, your study work, your say taking a lunch, dinner, right, going to the gym, walking in the garden, whatever the activity you are doing from morning till evening, right? Everything is related to time. And if you are say like a working professional, right? So you must be calculating the project timeline, right? You must be calculating the salaries of your employees, right? If you are say a student, you are still studying, right? So you will be calculating, okay, sir has given me this assignment and I have to submit this assignment on this particular date. So how fast or how slow I can complete and I can do my work. So everything is time and work, right? So this is the reason this is the important topic with respect to the examination, right? So can you give me some idea? If I say there is a one person A, right, and A can finish a work in 10 days, right? So in one day, right, in one day, what is the amount of work A is doing? I suggest everyone to participate to discuss your idea, your concerns, right? And then we are having a good discussion, good understanding of the topic, right? So Ayush is saying 1 by 10, Rahul is saying 10%. Okay, Manan is saying 1 by 10. Okay, okay, no worries. Manan, can you unmute yourself?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Manan. So if I say he is a person and he can finish a work in 10 days, so what is the amount of work he can finish in one day?
Sir, 10% of the work if he works 10 days at the same rate.
So why this is 10% or maybe 1 by 10? Why not this is 20%, 18%, 15%, or maybe say 2 by 10, 3 by 10, 7 by 10? Why only 1 by 10?
So if he works on the same rate for the 10 consecutive 10 days, then 1 by 10.
Okay, okay, okay. And okay, so Shantanu is also saying 1 by 10. Shantanu, can you unmute yourself? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So why is this 1 by 10, Shant?
Sir, so if we suppose the total work to be done is one, like unit
Mhm.
one, then
Mhm.
if he does the work in 10 days, then in one day he will be doing the unit work by the number of days.
Mhm.
That
Mhm.
1 by 10.
Okay. 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 So basically, when we are saying he is working for 10 days and finishing a work, and in one day he is doing what? This is 1 by 10 of work, right? So behind this, right, behind this, there are some assumptions, right? There are some assumptions which we are taking up. Otherwise, I cannot say, right? I have to consider some standard condition, just like you are going for a say some calculation of the mileage or the average of any vehicle, two-wheeler, four-wheeler, car or bike, right? So you are saying under standard condition, right? So the same thing is applicable here under standard condition. And what are these standard condition, right? First thing, A, if finishing a work in 10 days and doing a work in one day, he is doing a 1 by 10 of work, right? So what are the assumptions I am taking? First is A is working with the same efficiency for all the days, right? First day, second day, third day, fourth day, and so on. So A is working with the same efficiency for all the days, right? If A is changing the efficiency, maybe fast, maybe slow, right? So if he is fast, he can do the next day work today. And if he is slow, he can pass on today's work to the next day. So the amount of work on the daily basis will change, right? And then I cannot identify it in how many days he can finish, right? So the first thing we are taking is working with the same efficiency for all the days, right? Second assumption, second point. A is working for the same number of hours for all the days, right? So we are going to office and everything. So we are having 8 hours of shift, 6 hours of shift, and etc. etc. Right? So if suppose the normal shift is 8 hours and A is doing for 10 hours overtime, right? So he can finish next day work today, right? And if he is going early for some work and working for only 6 hours today, so he is passing on today's work to the next day. So the amount of work will vary for different days, right? So first thing is what? A is working with the same efficiency for all the days. And second thing is A is working for same number of hours for all the days. Third, and the most important point, assumption. The work, the work can be divided into the equal number of parts, right? Suppose there is a book and book is having a 10 chapters, right? And I'm telling you, okay, finish this book in 10 days. So what you can do? You can divide the chapters one day per chapter, right? So first day, first chapter, second day, second chapter, and so on. And in 10 days, you can finish the entire book, right? So work is divided into the equal number of parts, right? And I suppose that those who have studied, say, some theorems related to the operation research, right? The critical path method and the program evaluation and review technique, and I suppose you have done the say product development life cycle, right? The management graduate and even the computer science graduate. So you are having all these things. Yes, yes or no? Have you heard these terms? कभी सुना है, कभी आपने read किया हो स्कूल कॉलेज पे? Anyone? Yes, no, something. CPM code, critical path method, right, and program evaluation and review technique and product development life cycle. I think management graduates जो भी हैं, if you have done us is some kind of management related subjects, right? तो आपने उसमें किया होगा कि product development life cycle क्या है? Yes or no? Nobody is there. Okay, Arpit is saying yes. Okay. Yeah, right. So in this, what we are doing, we are dividing a complete task into the small pieces, and then we are finishing with a specified timeline, right? So yes, so if I say A is doing a work in, right, say some X days, so in one day, 1 by X of course. Suppose there is a person B and B is doing a work in say Y days, right? So doing how many? That is 1 by Y of work. Right. Now I am saying A and B work together. They are working together. Right. A and B both are very good friends and they are working together. just like a partners. So A is doing how much? 1 by X. B is doing how much? 1 by Y. Right. And they are working together. We are adding the amount of work done by both of them. Taking the LCM, X, Y. This is Y, this is X. Right. So we are getting this term. Right? This one. What is this term? Y plus X upon X. What is this term?
Work done per day.
Yes, this is what? Work done in one day by A and B together when they are working. Right. Now tell me, if I ask you, this is the amount of work done in one day by A and B when they are working together. So what is the total number of days when A and B are finishing this work? What is the total number of days? If this is the amount of work done in one day by A and B when they are working together, so what is the number of days in which they are finishing the work? Yes. Okay, Shantu. Why is this figure? Why is this figure?
I figured, sir, the total number of days will be 2x into y, and
Mm-hmm.
like the total number of days that they are taking, and the unit is 1 y by y plus x by xy. So taking the reciprocal will give us the total number of days.
Okay. So basically, we have a say one topic that is called as a ratio and proportion, right? In the arithmetic part. So in a proportions, I suppose you can recall we have a direct proportion, we have a indirect proportions, right? So see here, if you're saying A is working a work in X days X. So if I'm doing the reciprocal of X, that is a days. So what you're doing, what you're getting, that is a 1 by X, which is what? Amount of work done in one day. Okay. Now, if I do the reciprocal of this, 1 upon 1 by X, what is the return value? X. And what is X? Days. Right? So this is a reciprocally related. If you are doing the reciprocal of days, you will get work. And if you are doing the reciprocal of work, you will be getting days. So y plus x divided by xy is what? Work done, amount of work done in one day. So if I do the reciprocal of this value, that is xy upon x plus y, right? So what is this figure? This is number of days in which A and B can finish the work when they are working together. Right? Then I suppose this much is understandable to everyone. Can we move further? Okay, so Sanya is saying, please explain. Okay, Sanya. So I'm saying if you are having a sum number of days, right? So this is like X. So if you are doing the reciprocal of X, the days, okay, you will be getting what? Work done, right? Amount of work done. And if you're doing the reciprocal of amount of work done, then you will be getting days, right? So these are inversely related. Okay, getting this? Okay, so tell me, if there is a person A and he can finish your work in 10 days, okay, and there is a person B and B can finish your work in 12 days, okay, and A and B are working together. We both are working together. So can you tell me in how many days they can finish the work? in how many days they can finish the work. A is finishing her work in 10 days and B is finishing her work in 12 days. So in how many days they can finish the work? Okay, Arpit, okay. Quickly, everyone. Just give me the answer here in the chat box or you can just speak out. So Arpit is 120 by 22, Manan is 60 by 11. Yeah, Rahul is 120 by 22. Ideally, we have to simplify the numbers, right? In the examination, when you're getting the answer options, right? So they are normally simplified. Okay. Okay. So now, calculation or getting the answer here for this particular question is not important, right? Is not important. The important part is how we are approaching and how we are solving, right? The approach, the logic is important. Okay. So if I go with this part, right now, just be very attentive, right? Everyone, just put your concentration over the screen. So the first we are saying this is unitary method. Okay. And in this we are saying total work is 1 unit. Right? So if I say A is doing a work in 10 days, right? So in 1 day, 1 by 10 of work. B is doing a work in 12 days. So in 1 day, 1 by 12 of work. Right. Why is what? Because we are taking total work is 1 unit. This is the reason we are taking this 1 by 10. And assumptions are same. Efficiency is same. Number of hours is same. And work can be divided in equal number of parts. So calculation. This is 1 by 10 for A, 1 by 12 for B. Addition, right? Taking the LCM is 60. This is 6. This is 5. And this is 11 by 60. Is what? Work done in 1 day when A and B are working together. Right? Now, I need to calculate the time. So what to do? Time is what? The reciprocal, which is 60 by 11 days. Right? This way. So this is a easy which we have done way back in the schooling class of 7th, 8th, 9th, etc. Right? Okay, done. Okay. Second is what? Percent method. Right? Here I am considering total work is what? 100 units. Right? So A is doing a work in 10 days. Done. So if the total work is 100 unit and working in 10 days, so in 1 day how much? 10% of work. Done. And B doing in 12 days, right? So this is what? This is how much? 100 by 12. How much is this value? Yeah, quickly. 100 by 12. Percentage. Their percentage. Yes. This is what? 8.33. Right? So this way I can find out. Now I want to calculate the work, the time, right? So what is the total number of unit? 100. A is doing how much? 10%. B is doing how much? 8.33%. Both are working together. So my answer should be what? 100 divided by 18.33 days. Right? This way. But see, here the calculation is little difficult because this fraction 1 by 12 is not a terminating fraction, right? You are doing the rounding of 8.33. Otherwise, this is non-terminating and going infinite. So if you are having something like 8 days, right? Something like 4 days, where you can have a terminating percentage value, then this method is very good, right? Okay. Next, this is what? LCM method. Right? So LCM method, now what is the total work done? So total work done is what? Total work is LCM of 10 and 12. And this is coming out to be how much? 60. So this is 60 units is the total work done, right? Whatever they have to finish up. Okay. So A is doing what? 10 days and total work is 60 units. Done. So in one day, how much work will be finished? That is 60 total work doing in 10 days. So this is what? 60 by 10, that is 6 units per day. Right? So A is finishing 6 units. So first day 6 units, next day 6 units. So 6, 12, 18, 24, etc. And in 10 days total, 60 units are done and the work is finished. Okay. B. So B, 12 days, same way. This is 60 by 12, right? So how much? 5 units per day. Then B is doing. I want to calculate time. So this is total work is what? 60. A is doing how much? 6. B is doing how much? 5. They are working together. So my answer is 60 by 11 days. Right? So calculation of answer is not very important. First, understand the different logic, different methods of calculation. Right? So first unitary method, total work is 1 unit. Second percent method, total work is 100 unit. And third is LCM method, total work is the LCM of the 10 and 12. Right? Got this? Can we move further? Okay. Now tell me, see what we have done this part. They're working together. Okay. Now, if I ask you, A and B work alternately, right? A and B are working alternately. And if A starts the work, okay, and second, if B starts the work, right? Tell me the number of days when they are able to finish the work. A and B are now working alternately, right? And suppose if A starts the work, then how many days are required? And if B starts the work, then how many days are required? Yes. Just think and give me the answer. And there are many person here in this session. So I suggest others also to participate. There are only some few people who are participating and giving the answer, right? So I suggest everyone to participate so that you can understand better. And if there is a say misconception related to any concept, you can discuss. Okay? Yes. How many days are required? Okay, Manan. Okay. Mhm. So Manan is giving us some answer here. Just waiting for others. to give answer quickly. Yes, fast. Okay. Okay. Hi, Badi. Good evening. Good evening. How are you? All well?
Hello, sir. I'm well.
Hello. Hi. Good, good. All well? Everything is fine?
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. So, how's the life is going on?
Hmm. I still need to learn more
Oh,
concept, I think.
yeah. So, you're a student or you're a working professional?
I'm still a student, sir.
Okay. So, what is like your course or degree or whatever?
Computer science.
Engineering.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay. Great. So, which year?
Uh, I'm graduating this year, sir.
Great. 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 Okay, so Manan, Mahadi, there are two persons who are giving me the answer. Yes, quickly, others. So where are you? Give some answer. Just waiting. Okay, so by the time others are giving some answer, hello Manan, can you unmute yourself?
Yes.
Okay, Ashna, yes, yes. Yes, Manan. So just give your answer. What is your answer?
So if A starts the work, A does the work in 10 days and B in
Okay.
12 days. So the
Mhm.
total work will be 120 days.
Okay.
So in 2 days, when they
Mhm.
work alternatively, they work
Mhm.
22 unit.
Okay.
So according to that, 5 day will be 110 units,
Mhm.
and on the 10 day will be 110 units, and on the left day, A will end the work by doing the 10
Mhm.
unit work, which is left. So 11 days would be total when A starts.
Okay. Okay. And when B starts, then what will
It would
happen,
be less
Manan?
than 11 days. It would be less than 11 days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Since B do the 12 unit of work in 1 day, and the
Mhm.
on the last day 10 unit will be left. So less than 11 1 day will be used. Yeah.
Okay. So if A is doing complete 11 days and if B is doing little less than the 11 days, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Hello, Ashna. Can you unmute yourself?
Hi, yes. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Ashna. Good evening. So what's your answer, Ashna?
Actually, I use the LCM method, so the total
Mhm.
units of work would be 60, and I
Okay.
just quickly did it alternatively. If A starts it,
Mhm.
then at the last day, on the 11th day, only
Mhm.
5 minutes of work will be left. So he
Mhm.
doesn't need to work whole day, so it will be less than
Mhm.
11 days. But if B
Mhm.
starts it, he'll be doing 5
Mhm.
minutes of work per day. And if we
Mhm.
do it alternatively, it will take proper 11 days to cover if B starts the
Mhm.
work, and less than 11 days if
Okay.
A starts the work.
Okay. Okay. So how much less? How much less? Any number, any figure you want to say?
I think 10.75 something, because we have to divide the units of work done in 1 day. Only 5 will be left, to 10.75 to 10.8 approximately.
Okay. 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 So, see, one of my suggestion, because we have a say little long time, right? Still we are say in mid of August, and most of the exams are towards the end of the year, right? So there are some suggestions which I want to give you. First, do not depend on calculator, right? Very important. Do not depend on calculator, because in some exam you will get a calculator and which is a on-screen calculator, right? So you will be shifting the screen, question screen, calculator, then you know. So this is a shift, and in most of the examination you will not get the calculator, right? So this is a little difficult for you to do the calculation, right? So my suggestion, memorize, right? Not learn, memorize tables, right? Till 20, at least till 20, right? Squares, cubes, percentage, reciprocal percentage, 1 by 2, 1 by 3, 1 by 4, 1 by 5, 1 by 7, right? So this will help you to calculate such questions, right? Now you will be having a some mindset. This is a very simple question. Why we are doing this, and I can do this very quickly because this is very very simple, right? Now the beauty of the examination which are going on today, right? They give the options, and there are some questions which where you have to type in the option, right? So in a type in answer, you have to type the exact answer, whatever the answer is, right? And this type of question will become difficult when this is there in type in answer, right? So if like Ashna is saying something, say 10.75, something 10.8, right? So when you are having these fluctuations, I will get negative marking, right? I have to calculate little precise. Okay. Now, second thing, which we have to understand. Manan, see this. I suppose any game, Manan, you feel like playing. Which is your favorite game?
Yes, sir.
Which is your favorite game?
Badminton.
Badminton, right? Okay, so when you're playing the badminton, and I suppose you must have seen the say some games in recent Olympic games, right? Yeah. So when you're playing game, right? So in the beginning, when you're starting the game, different sets, and when you're doing the service. Okay, so in the first service, you want to make a point, right? You want to divert the direction and you want to unsettle your opponent, right? Similarly, in a cricket, if I go or all those examinations, all those games, hockey, football, etc. If you're doing the batting in a cricket, the best player is coming first. If you're doing the bowling, the best bowler is coming first, right? If hockey, football, etc. So the best striker is in front and defender is the backside, right? Why so? See, A is doing a work in what? 10 days, and B is doing a work in 12 days, right? So out of these two person, can you tell me who is more efficient, A or B?
A.
A is a more efficient because the
Yes, sir.
same amount of work A is doing in little less number of days, right? So if A is doing in a little less number of days, if I start with A, so the time taken will be less, right? And very simple thing, when you're writing any examination, right? You must have written your 10th, 12th, different boards, graduation examination. When you're getting a question paper, you just scan through. There are 10 questions, I have to do the 5 questions, right? And okay, I need to this fourth question, the pass, then the fifth question, right? So what we do, we start with the best question, which I know, right? Why? Because I have a confidence that I can finish it quickly, fast, right? Precisely. So the same thing is here. If A is more efficient, you will get less time, and if B is 12 days, you will get little extra time, right? Okay. So if I go with the normal method, which we have done various times in the schooling days, so A 1 by 10, B 1 by 12, they are working alternately, addition, LCM is 60, this is 6, this is 5, this is 11 by 60, right? So this is what? Work done in what? 2 days, right? Because now they're working alternately. First day A is their 1 by 10, second day B is their 1 by 12. So alternately they are doing. So this 11 by 16, 2 days. So with the previous logic, now the days are doubled, right? Doubled. So if you want to calculate the time, so this is what? 2 times of 60 by 11, which is nothing but 120 by 11 days, right? This is now if I start with B, so nothing changed. No change. 1 by 12 plus 1 by 10. LCM is 60. 5 plus 6, 11 by 60. 2 days work. Time, again same, 120 by 11. So in this method, when you are doing this precise calculation, you will not get the desired result. Right? There is always some misconception, right? So this method is not recommended now, right? Because you're going for some aptitude exam. So this method is not recommended. So percent and LCM, but percent is little more calculative sometimes when the numbers are not normal, right? Just we have seen in the previous example. So here, which is the best? The LCM, right? So for this, we have to do a little practice because this is little new, right? We have not done this in high school days. Okay. So LCM, what is the LCM? 60 unit, right? A, first day, 6 unit. B, second day, 5 unit. In 2 day, what is there? 11 unit. Then again A, 6 unit. B, 5 unit. Then again 11 unit. Next 2 days, right? And in the 4 days, how much? This is 22. So here, I suppose you can imagine that in every set of 2 days, total 11 unit of work is finished. 11, then 22, then 33, then 44, and so on. I have to finish total 60 unit of work. Right. So what to do? I have to reach up to 60 or nearest to 60. Right. And in every 2 days, I am finishing how much? 11 unit of work. Right. So I have to check how many sets of 11 unit I need to finish up this work. Right. Are you getting my statement? I am saying in every 2 days, you are finishing 11 unit of, right? So I want to calculate up to 60 or nearest to 60, right? So I want to find out how many sets of 11 unit I need to reach up to 60, right? So how many sets are required?
5.
5, right? So what you're doing? 11 into 5, that is what? 55 units is done, right? So you are taking up how many? 5 sets. And every set is for 2 days. So can I say if you're taking total 5 sets till now, that is you are done with 10 days of work, right? And for these 10 days, you have finished how much? How much? 55 unit of work, right? I suppose this much is very much clear for everyone. What is the balance work? That is 5 unit, right? And this needs to be done 11th day. And who will come on 11th day? A or B? Who will come?
A.
A. So for 11th day, time for A is what? Remaining work 5 units. And A is doing how much? 6 unit of work. That is 5 by 6, right? So 1 by 6 is how much? 1 by 6 is how much? What is the percent 1 by 6 into 100?
16.6.
16.67, right? So 16.675 times how much? This is 0.83, right? 83.33%. Done? Days. So A is taking what? 83% part 11th day, right? So what is the total time they are taking to finish the work? 10.83 days. And this is the precise value where they are finishing the work, right? So this is the reason I am suggesting try to memorize tables, squares, cubes, percentages, etc. Right? Now come to the other part. B. The same thing is here, right? First B is coming, then A is coming, then B, then A, and everything is going the same, right? There is some balance work. How much is the sum balance work? That is the 5 of balance work, right? And in 10 days, the 55 unit is finished. So everything is same, no change, right? Change is here, the balance unit. So who will come on 11th day? B. And remaining work is 5. And B is doing how much? 5 and finished. And this is complete 1 day. So what is the time they are taking now? That is 10 plus 1, which is 11 days. When B is starting the. So see this difference. With this method, we are able to identify the gap, right? The precise value. So we have to be a little more attentive, little more calculative, right? To calculate the answer. Getting this? Any question, any doubt here for this part from anyone? No? Can we move further?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So tell me, A and B, right? A and B means they're working together. Okay. A and B are working on a job and they are finishing in 10 days. B and C, they are working and finishing a job in 12 days. C and A, they are working and finishing a job in 15 days. Right? So now they are working in groups. Just give me the answer for time. And time for what? A and B and C means all three are working together. A alone is working. B alone is working. And the next one is C alone is working. What is the time they are taking to finish the work on this particular task? So there is a one answer for from there and others quickly. Hello, Rudra. Can you unmute yourself, Rudra?
Hello, sir.
Hello, good evening, Rudra. How are you?
Good evening, sir. Fine, sir. What about you?
Good, good. So, Rudra, any approach, any logic? How can I proceed with this?
So here, LCM method we can try.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How?
So,
कैसे करें?
so like we find the LCM is like 60.
Mm-hmm.
Then A and B is doing 60 units per day.
Mm-hmm.
So 6 units per day, and B and C is doing 5 units per day, and C and D is doing 4 units per day.
ठीक है. Okay. Then.
Then, sir, I have no idea, sir.
Okay. Okay. No worries. No worries. Okay. So Mahadi, what's your answer for A, B, and C?
8 days, sir.
Okay. And how is this? 8 days?
Using the LCM, we will get 4 out of 60, 5 out of 60, and 6 out of 60, and then we add those, and then we
Mm-hmm.
get 15 out of 60, And then and then we get 1/4, but because it is for 2A, 2B, and 2C, we divide it by 2, and then we get 1/8, sir.
We get what?
1/8. We
Okay,
halve the
1/8.
1/4.
Okay, 1/8. Okay, then.
And then it is A, B, and C is 8 days.
Okay, so doing the reciprocal 1/8 is reciprocated to 8 days.
Yes.
Okay. And okay, Ashna is saying 4 days for A, B, and C. Okay, Ashna, how is this, Ashna?
So again, I took the LCM. So if the total work is 60 units, that they're doing, then each are doing 6, 5, and 4. Then if we have to calculate total the time, we can divide the each unit that they've worked, the sum of that by the total work. So 60 by 15 will be 4 days as they're working together and not alternatively.
So you are saying the total work is 60 and A is doing 6, then the 4, then 5. Adding to all these figures, so 15, 60 by 15 is 4 days.
Yes, it can be wrong. I mean, I just use the LCM method.
Okay. Now, so almost the correct methods, right? But as I discussed in the beginning, that we have to do a little practice, the revision, right? So see, we are going with LCM method, which is almost halfway or almost 70% is verbal, right? I can just do everything verbally and just 1 or 2 line I need to solve. Okay. So 10, 12, and 15, if I calculate the LCM is coming out to be 60. So A and B, when they are working together, right? So A and B, they are working together 6 units per day. B and C, they are working together how much? 5 units per day. C and A, when they are working together how much? 4 units per day, right? And now see, Ashna, you are adding these things. So if you are adding right hand side of the equation, you have to add left hand side of the equation. So right, I cannot do half operation with any equation. Okay. So if I am adding, so this is coming out to be what? 2 times. So A plus B plus C is equal to what? 15. Done. And this is A plus B plus C is equal to what? 15 divided by 2. Right? So how much is this 15 divided by
7.5. I think I made a mistake that way because
2?
it
Yeah.
was double the number of people, so I
Right,
needed to
right,
divide it. Yeah.
right. So every person, when you're adding all three, coming up 2 times, right? I have to take care of this. So this is this 7.5 is what? 7.5 is units, right? Units done by A, B, and C when all three are working together. All three are working together, right? Okay. So now I can calculate easily. So if A, B, and C all three are working together, I want to find the days. So this is 60, right? Total work is what? 60 units. And I can say this is what? 15 by 2 or 7.5. So divided by what? This is 15 by 2, right? So 15 by 2, this is coming out to be 8 days, right? Getting this,
Yes, sir.
right? Now A alone, how to find the A alone? So see, if I need a A alone, so total units they are working how much? 7.5. And I want A alone, that is the efficiency of A. So from 7.5, which is A plus B plus C, I have to subtract B and C, right? And B and C is doing how much? 5. Right? The second equation. Okay, 5 units. So this is coming out to be how much? 2.5. Right? So calculate. This is 60. And what is 2.5? Is nothing but what? 5 divided by Right? So this is coming out to be 24 days. So A alone can finish in 24 days. Same B alone. So what is 7.5? All three, the efficiency of all three. You want B, so subtract for A and C, and A and C, third equation, which is 4. Subtract this. Okay, and this is 3.5. So B alone is what? 60, and 3.5 is what? Nothing but 7 by 2. Right? So this is what? 120 by 7 days. Getting this? Last one C. So 7.5 for all. Now I have to subtract A and B, and A and B is what? 6. Done. So subtracting this coming out to be 1.5. And if I want to calculate, so this is 60, and what is 1.5? That is 3 by 2. Yeah? So 60 divided by 3 is 20. 20 into 2, 40 days. So these are the number of days for different persons to finish the work if they are working together or if they are working alone, right? And you can now feel that if we are going with the LCM method, because we are understanding this and we are having a more clarity about this method, so we are writing these things, right? But once we are familiar with this method, all those things are just on tips verbally. We are just doing calculation here. There is nothing to write here with this method, right? But yes, for this, I have to be a little more efficient with the tables, with the calculation part, percentage, etc. Right? So for this, I suggest that you should start doing some calculations, right?